Today, we have with us Dr. Shalini Purohit. Dr. Shalini is a trained and practicing psychologist and hypnotherapist. She holds a PhD in psychology, is a gold medalist at her university, and is a certified practitioner of Ericksonian hypnosis from NLC Center, New York. Her 16 years of work experience spans across hospitals, schools, private practice, and corporates. Currently, she is engaged with Your Counseling Corner, based out of London. She is also a member of the International Advisory Committee for Journal of Well-Being, besides being an active academician contributing in various conferences, books, journals, and guest lectures at various colleges. Her specialty is to work with youth and adults who are feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or are suffering from feelings of low self worth and help them reconnect with themselves. Thank you, Dr. Shalini, for taking time out to share your thoughts and inspiring young girls who are the target audience of this podcast.
Thank you, Avni. Thank you for having me here.
So, what inspired you to take up a career in psychology? Did your own growing up journey have any influence on this decision?
Yeah, a lot of it, would I say, my journey getting into this healing profession was deeply shaped by my family. And it started with my grandfather, who was an Ayurvedic practitioner, and my grandmother, who was the most kindest person I knew, and also my parents, who instilled values of service and empathy. My father being a surgeon, and my mother, again, a very nurturing and supporting presence in my life. So after my 12th, however, I was at crossroads and I was very unsure which path to take because psychology wasn't very popular in the 90s. So it was a chance meeting with a person who later became my PhD supervisor, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Chauhan, and that changed everything. So she sensed my confusion, she had a talk with me, and she guided me towards psychology. So I also, as a person, had always been intrigued by human mind and how we think, why we behave the way we behave. So once I began studying psychology, there was no looking back. So over the years, my work as a psychologist and hypnotherapist has only deepened my belief that mental well-being is as important, as vital as our physical health, and also the ability to make a difference in someone's life, to help them gain clarity, build their self worth, resilience. This is something that continues to inspire me every single day.
It's really nice how you can still connect your childhood. You have those
Yes,
roots still. So,
yes, absolutely.
what are the most important attributes in your view that a person needs to have to succeed in this field?
Yeah, so when we talk about attributes, first let me talk about my experience and then I will answer your question. Okay. So early in my career, Avni, I viewed mental health primarily through the lens of diagnosis and symptom management. That is how I was taught, that is what I learned, right? But however, with time, with my practice, I have come to see it as deeply personal and a holistic journey rather than just the absence of illness in the person. So, through my work in psychology and hypnotherapy, I have gained this profound appreciation for the mind body connection and also the role of subconscious patterns in shaping our behaviors, our emotions. So now I emphasize personal therapeutic approaches, recognizing that healing is not just that kind of thing that one size fits all, right? So now coming to your question, what attributes are important? I think it becomes important for the new psychologist to recognize this. It is not just diagnosis and symptom management. It is about mind body connection. It is about the holistic approach, everything combined. So, to succeed in this field, I believe Empathy, self awareness, and resilience are very, very important attributes. And also, I want the new psychologists or the people who are thinking, the new students who are thinking to take career psychology as a career, they need to remember that helping others truly starts with understanding and healing yourself first. So, this is something they really need to keep in mind. And mental health work requires a deep sense of empathy to connect with people's struggles, but also the self awareness to maintain healthy boundaries and not overburden yourself emotionally. Lastly, another important attribute is to have proper training and professional qualification, because as we can see these days, many people start calling them as mental health professionals without a proper training and background. So it is to ensure that the guidance and support we as psychologists offer is both ethical and effective.
This is just proof that psychology goes beyond textbooks. It's actually about understanding the person themselves and understanding yourself
Yes.
first.
Absolutely, absolutely. The more you work on yourself, you are able to help others.
That's good. It's good that it challenges you to understand yourself as well as understand others. As much as intelligence, IQ is important, so is EQ.
Absolutely, you got it bang on point.
So, what are key challenges in your view that one needs to be aware of when taking up this career path?
See, Avni, in today's time, still like we have come so far, but still, one of the key challenges is the stigma still attached to the mental health. And many people still hesitate to seek help, come out with mental health issues because of the fear of societal judgment and misconceptions, right? So, as professionals, we often find ourselves not just working with individuals, but also educating families and communities about the importance of well being. So, those entering the field should also be mindful that compared to other medical or corporate careers, income in mental health can be modest in early years. It depends like where you are working, right? Which country you are in also. So, building a practice takes time, patience, and credibility. So, but we also see that opportunities are now growing with increased awareness and demand. Then another thing, there are some structural gaps if we talk about India. While the Mental Health Care Act of 2017, it was a progressive step in this field. It gave mental health care the status of a right and emphasized accessibility. There is still no central licensure or governing body specifically for psychologists. So, this means that the field is not very tightly regulated, and sometimes unqualified practitioners can step in, which impacts the credibility and safety of the client as well as the professional, the mental health professional. On a personal level, if we talk about the key challenges, this work can be emotionally demanding. So, because you carry people's struggles with you, so it becomes essential to maintain your own healthy boundaries, practicing self care, and seeking supervision, peer support wherever it is necessary. And despite all these challenges, I must say the field is evolving and conversations around mental health are becoming more and more open. People are coming out, and yes, that gives me hope for the future.
Okay. So, you'd say one of the biggest challenges is the fact that psychology isn't very widely accepted still, that more people need to
Yes,
accept psychology.
yes.
Okay.
More than accepting psychology, they need to accept that there could be some problem with them, rather other than physical illness, right? So
Yeah.
that acceptance is more important, because if you accept, if you know that okay, I have a stomach ache, right, you will go to a doctor. So if the
Yeah,
people will accept, okay, I'm unsure, I'm struggling with something, I'm struggling with my thoughts, then obviously they will go to a psychologist. So the biggest key challenge here is people accepting that there is a problem and they need to seek help from a mental health professional.
that's important, especially considering a lot of countries aren't, it's in their culture to not be very open to such ideas.
Definitely.
So, coming to the point where you said it can be emotionally draining, how do you ensure that there's a boundary between the patient and yourself so that the problems don't impact you and your own thoughts?
Yes, so early in my early career days, yes, it was an issue. I used to struggle being a new psychologist, but I have come to realize with time that maintaining boundaries is one of the most important skills in this profession. So, as psychologists, we practice unconditional positive regard for each of our client, right? So, accepting clients fully without any judgment, whatever baggage they come with. And it allows us to empathize deeply while still keeping a professional distance. We understand that whatever struggles they are going through, but we also remember that their journey is theirs, not ours. So we try that we don't carry their pain, and that way we are able to help them in a much, much better way. And practical ways to maintain this balance can include regular supervision with your seniors, peer discussions with your colleagues, ongoing trainings, and I also make sure that I take time for self care practices. It's like following what I preach. So I also journal, I do mindfulness, and occasionally, sometimes, if needed, I do enter into therapy. And small rituals such as taking a short walk after a heavy session, or just getting into mindfulness practice, or just closing down all the work and engaging or distracting yourself with something more healthy, right? So, this all helps to return to my own space. So, this combination of empathy, positive, unconditional positive regard, and clear boundaries allows me, and I'm sure most of the therapists, to be compassionate healers without letting the work overwhelm them.
I'm sure it takes a really strong mindset to still see the world in a positive light after hearing the darker side of things.
Yes, yes, but it helps you grow at the same time.
That's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that women being more naturally empathetic have an edge as a psychologist?
Yeah, being a woman, I should have said yes. But let's be practical about it. So, I don't think we should tie empathy to gender, right? While women may be socialized as they are nurturers to express empathy more openly, empathy is a skill that can be still be developed by anyone, regardless of gender. So, what really matters in psychology is the ability to listen deeply, maintain boundaries, and practice unconditional positive regard. So, success in this field depends on all of these factors. So, if you are self aware, if there is emotional intelligence, if you are continuously upgrading, learning, and your practice is ethical, so it is not about just natural tendencies. So anybody can develop it. Both men and women can excel equally. It's about cultivating these qualities that allow you to connect with your clients while protecting your own well-being.
Okay, I think a lot more men should be joining this field. We don't see as many men psychologists.
Yeah, we don't, but still, like when I was studying, I think equally half the boys in my class during my post graduation as the girls, and I think half of them have taken psychology as a career and they are doing really well.
That's good. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So we both can excel. It depends what qualities you have as a person and what attributes you can develop as a person to become a better mental health professional or a psychologist.
Okay, so it's not at all about the genders. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So, what do you find most rewarding or satisfying in this role, which in your view, would inspire people to take up such a profession?
Very, very nice question and something close to my heart. So, what I find most rewarding is witnessing the transformation in people's lives. The moment they gain clarity, they develop insights, overcome a long standing challenge, and they discover their own strengths. So, I must tell you, Avni, there is a profound satisfaction in knowing that your guidance helps someone heal, grow, and reclaim their sense of self worth. I also see this whole process as a two-way process. So it's not just that I'm giving something, right? I'm getting something in return too. It's like a symbiotic relationship. So while we help our clients, we also learn from them. We gain new perspectives and we also grow as individuals. So it helps us remind of the resilience and the potential that exist in each one of us. For anyone considering this profession, I would say that the ability to make a meaningful difference in someone's life is incredibly fulfilling. While the journey requires self awareness, yes, continuous learning, self care, the rewards that we get as professional are unmatched. And the messages we receive from clients, the gratefulness they show, it is beyond expression.
That's good. It's good to know when you give something your all, you get that positive emotional response back. It's emotionally
Yes,
rewarding as
yes.
well.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think this is something that keeps us motivated, right? To work more, to do more for people. And we also keep getting our supply of oxytocin.
Yeah, I think it makes people kinder. It makes people more open to the real world, and that's important.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
So, finally, as young students under tremendous academic and social pressure, are there any tips or messages that you'd have to share with us?
Absolutely. So, since COVID, I also started my role as a specialist mentor in mental health for university students here in UK, and I'm still carrying that role. I still work with students, so it's been almost 5 years now, right? And with my work with students, and I've seen that how academic pressure and societal expectations, family expectations can really pressurize the students. So, but there are strategies that can really help, which have I have always shared with the students I work, and it has really helped them. So, at the core, Avni, I believe that having a healthy lifestyle is the key. Good sleep, good nutrition, regular exercise, right? The key factors. This form the foundation for both mental and physical well being. Now, coming to your point, what are the things or strategies that can help you all students to cope better, right? So, sorry, I would say that the most important part, although you all are very busy, but I would like you to volunteer. Volunteering helps students, anyone actually, because when we help others, there is a sense of purpose. We gain a sense of purpose. We improve self esteem, we develop confidence, and we strengthen community connection, right? And we, at the same time, we are also giving back to the community. So, if possible, for all the students, please take out some time and do some volunteering. Anything, choose your area, choose the area that you want to work in. Now, then comes prioritizing self care. Most of the times we get busy and stressed out and we keep self care aside, which is not good. So regularly engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. It could be anything: reading, listening to music, taking walks with friends or by yourself, right? Practicing mindfulness or meditation for whatever time you can devote. Even 5 minutes a day, it helps. Trust me, it helps. Connecting with others, right? This is an era of online working, social media, online platforms, but still connecting in person, it becomes really, really important. So, creating some meaningful relationships. Another could be setting healthy boundaries for yourself, learning to say no when you can't take it anymore, right? We are not as assertive as we should be. We just keep saying yes to things. So sometimes just realizing that this is not something I can do and saying no to it. Seeking help whenever needed. This is very important. Sometimes we just keep struggling within ourselves. So please don't hesitate to talk to a professional, family, or friends for whatever that is making you stressed out or anxious. And engage in hobbies or things that you like. It could be anything, music, art, anything that you can choose from. Take out some time, do something that gives you joy. And lastly, maintain perspective. See, your grades or social comparisons don't define your worth. I always tell the students I work with, when you look at the social media, the reels, Instagram, Facebook, Tinder is an app, Twitter, and everything, you are just looking at the one moment of that life of that person. You don't know about their whole life. It is just a picture, a moment, few seconds that you are looking at. You don't know what happened before, what will happen after in their life, right? So stop comparing yourself and don't define your worth by seeing those reels or whatever you see on social media. Be kind to yourself, prioritize your own self-care, your self-worth, and understand that challenges are part of growth. If there is no adversity, we won't learn anything.
Thank you for
I
your
think that
advice.
sums up all.
More than inspirational to people who want to be psychologists, I think this would be inspirational to all students who struggle regardless. Especially like I can say now in 10th grade, prioritizing studies so much kind of makes you forget about other things and prioritizing yourself. So I think
Yes,
this
yes,
reminds people that they do need to prioritize themselves and that it's
absolutely.
important not to compare. I can say that I compare myself to others a lot too, and it definitely is important to not do that. Yeah.
Because when we compare, Avni, another advice for the students, when we compare, we are just comparing what we see, right? We don't see what all factors have helped that person to reach to that part or of their life or to reach to that goal, and they might not be same in everybody's life. So
Yeah,
we need to compare everything, not just
definitely.
what they have achieved.
Yeah. Comparing your struggles to someone else's achievements and calling your life unfair
Yes,
is not the right
Yes,
mindset. Yeah,
you got my point. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for your time. This is really inspirational to people who want to be psychologists as well as students of all genders and of all ages who need to remember that they need to take some time out for themselves and they need to care for themselves too.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. It was lovely speaking to you, and I'm really thankful that you invited me here, and all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you.